Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to Saturday. Welcome to Mercury in retrograde. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing we can do about it. It happens. Deep breaths, deep breaths. It's the first one of 2025. I believe, if I'm not wrong here, I think there's 3 of them. I haven't counted because it just makes me sad. It just does. It's hard when you know that there's nothing you can do about it and it just keeps happening. All I can say is thank God Mars and Venus don't go into retrograde this often. That's all I'm going to say is that thank God for that. Yeah. Mercury goes direct on April 7th, I think. Yep, April 7th, which is fantastic because later in that week, Venus goes into direct mode and we have a kind of a break for a couple of months until Mercury goes back in. It's like every 3 or 4 months. It's crazy. But we have a break from personal planets, and those planets, they're the ones that really impact us when they go into retrograde. We're going to have a break from them for a while, which is going to help us to kind of reorganize and reorientate ourselves. But let's look at what the next 3 and a little bit weeks is going to mean for us. I do have the Wild Unknown Tarot. The conflictual black and white, that high contrast with a smidge of color, I really like, because Mercury in retrograde, it does add a lot of very black and white. Wow, communications isn't working. Wow, it does for 10 seconds. Fantastic. But the color, it does talk about how even in the challenge, there are positives. And we need to focus in on those. So the Wild Unknown Tarot, and to help us with some of the functioning, I do have the wild, sorry, it's not the wild. This is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle, because we need the color, we need the connection, the vibrancy. All right, let's do this. Let's see what you guys can expect from the next 3 and a bit weeks with Mercury in retrograde. Is this Mercury in retrograde different than past ones? Yes. It's been a year and a half since Venus has been in retrograde. When we have multiple personal planets in retrograde, it does throw us for a loop. And the pattern went that November of last year, we had Mercury in retrograde. The beginning of December, Mars went in while Mercury was in retrograde. And Mars went direct at the beginning of, or no, the end of February. And then the beginning of the month, we had Venus. So we haven't had a lot of a break. And not to mention everything else that's going on, because like life, this is just one aspect of it. And, well, we don't just have a balance of left and right, 1 or 2. We have a ball pit. This is just one of the many balls that we're juggling. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the Chariot in reversal. The Lovers. Justice in reversal. Lots of nice major arcana here. And then we have the 4 of Cups. Lots of really positive, promising things here. Nothing scary, right? And this is the thing. A lot of it is an illusion that, oh my God, nothing's gonna work. And we just go downhill from there. The 3 of Cups is a community positive celebration card. The Chariot talks about moving forward. The Lovers, well, of course, we talk about communication. We talk about relationship. The 4 of Cups, it talks about being able to sustain and maintain what we already have, that status quo. And then there's that possibility of the Holy Grail. The Justice is in reversal because of that black and white thinking. It's not going to help us. The big cards that we're looking at, it's talking about color, vibrancy, and vitality. Huge. That's what we need to be focusing in on. It's not just to race through and get through this experience. Because even in discomfort or challenge, we experience and learn the most. The Chariot is in reversal because we should not be going full hog and trying to rush through. Be present. Find the color. Really pay attention to your communication. Huge. Especially if you're in a relationship. It's being battered left, right, and center because Venus, the love planet, is in reversal. It's probably had quite a few knocks already. Take a breath. Do something positive together. Don't have deep heart communication. Just do something fun, playful. It will help to bring back the color and vitality. Communication. Cross the board. Check in with people. You know what? There's a lot going on. I want to make sure I heard exactly what you said. This is what I heard you say. Don't get reactive, because let's be honest, we all do it. Especially if it's something that we need to change, shift, or alter, and we feel attacked. Their words, suggestions, and needs. Clarify with them. Because they may be struggling with their words, because let's be honest, wording is hard on the best of days. You add in some retrogrades, adding fuel to fire. So when you check in, they have the ability to say, no. This isn't what I was trying to get across. This is what I'm trying to say. And then you can go, okay, so this is what you're saying? Perfect. Thank you. Check in the other way. You know what? I just threw a lot of information at you. Can you let me know what you heard so that we can make sure that we're on the same page? Don't make it I need to know if you heard me. No. Again, the way we attack things matters. The color, the vitality, the positivity will help. It will help you find the Holy Grail. It will help you maintain a balance, and it will help not only you get further in the retrograde, it will also help others get through. Because this isn't just a you thing, it's a global thing. We've all been struggling. So a lot of the color and the vitality will go a long way. And I like the fact that, and I said at the beginning, because it's in retrograde does not mean that it's a bad thing or that everything's going to be doom and gloom. Actually, this is really encouraging you to spread your wings, that there is a lot of positivity, a lot of opportunities that are lesser seen or not as well, they're not as predominant because you have, large energies in charge. They're in retrograde. So you're able to see different possibilities because we're looking at things differently. How we normally work will not work right now because we do have some energies that are opposing us. Think of it as trying to walk up a stream and having the water flood on you. You're trudging up harder. But should you take a left or a right and step out of the stream, you could probably get a lot further. Thinking differently will help. Oh, the guilt. Oh, the could'ves, the should'ves, the would'ves. Forgiveness is going to be huge. And we're not looking at forgiveness from others. No. Self. Huge. I have some wonderful meditations that, especially with Archangel Zadkiel, that work with forgiveness. Super helpful. If you are not a meditator, please don't worry. I got you there. You can listen to the words and then use similar words and ask Archangel Zadkiel to support you while you sleep. You don't have to always get into the meditative space. It does help you clear at that time the forgiveness and work on it then and there. However, not everybody's built to meditate. The words will be helpful because a lot of us are like, yeah, I'd really like to do that, but I don't know how. This will help give you the words. Oh, Jesus, should have turned the damn card. Okay, I talked about the guilt and the forgiveness. What is the next one? Facade. Okay. Like, did I talk about that too? I love it when I'm channeling the information and I'm not even needing to turn the cards. Okay. Facade is that external piece, right? What people perceive. The most important thing is that we're actually understanding self and checking into self, so you're not projecting a falseness that isn't going to be positive. That's only going to cause more, well, guilt, fear, pain. And the facade, yes, a lot of us don't even understand what we're carrying anymore because it's been years since we've actually had that very positive connection with self, with the authenticity of who we are. Checking into that. Don't do a lot of deep dive right now. We don't have that energy. But making sure that you're not trying to project something more than you are, especially right now, because people will see through it. Too many people are at a point of, well, aggravation, aggression, frustration. There's limited tolerance for fluffy puffiness. So just be honest with self and don't try and push things in ways that are very, and you know that they're untruthful. It's just like, yeah, no. You don't want that extra heaviness, that extra weight. We have the Mother of Cups or the Queen of Cups. Ooh. The Son of Cups or the Knight of Cups. The Five of Wands, the Father of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles. Lots of court cards in the bottom here, which is actually pretty good. So we have Midas touch here. The opportunity for growth, even with these little things of focusing in on the color, the vitality, the harmony and joy, and even checking into the communication. These little pieces, especially when you add in some forgiveness piece, you're going to see the growth. The growth is going to be great. However, know what you put in is what you're going to get out. The growth also adds into prosperity because you are working, well, more efficiently with self, more truthful for self. The Pentacles also really encourages you to be stable, be grounded. Don't be swirling and whirling. That won't help. Remembering to breathe is a huge tool on keeping yourself grounded and centered because you're using your third eye thinking center. The groundedness, the stability will help you, well, make those positive choices because you're using your third eye thinking center. Things like taking a walk, fresh air, I don't, there's no way in high heck I'm going to be walking outside in the snow with my shoes off. But if you have the ability to walk barefoot in the grass, I love doing that during the summer. The winter, it's crunchy and freaking cold. And yes, I know we're getting into the spring here, but it's Canada, eh? Crystals, you're looking at the red or the black. Use your tools to stay grounded and stable and in control of you. That internal fight, yeah, it's going to be there. That internal voice of, you're being ridiculous, don't. You will fail. They will make fun of you. No, that's your lower vibrational self trying to keep you stuck so you feel crappy. This is part of the choice piece, you putting in the work. And it's not like you're going to have to take out the shovel and start shoveling stuff. No, little pieces go a long way. Watch that internal dialogue. If it starts to get really nasty, take a break, go to a sink of water, run your hands under the water. It helps to dilute and shift that energy, adding into more, taking deep breaths. Again, you're working with your third eye thinking center. Boom, we have the Mother of Cups, the Queen of Cups. That third eye thinking center brings us the knowledge, the understanding. Absolutely, and will help us connect into the creativity. One of the most creative cards in the deck. It helps us with problem solving, and it helps us to, well, connect in. Where are we at? Right into our sun on what you need to do. Having the compassion and care for self. This is the Lancelot of Knights. It talks about the forgiveness. It talks about, well, understanding where you are and what you need. Do you need to run your hands underwater? Do you need to go for a walk? Are you breathing properly? I know it sounds crazy, but those little pieces, they help strengthen you. And when you look at the Knight of Cups, he isn't running headlong into the storm like his cousin, the Knight of Swords. He's not standing still like his cousin, the Knight of Pentacles. The dude saunters. He does it in his own way, which reinforces that vitality and that color, because perspective and self will bring differences to that vitality and that color and how it impacts us. So, saunter, my friends. I want to thank you guys for joining me in this exploration of Mercury in retrograde. You can't control it, but you can focus in and, well, saunter. Like always, my friends, if you did enjoy this session, okay, the content kind of sucks. No control over that, but do give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, let me know what color and vitality mean the most to you. If you haven't done so, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, because I've got a lot more coming forward and you don't want to miss it. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon page. I've left a link below so you can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you for exploring Mercury in retrograde with me, and I hope that you do find that color and that you enjoy that saunter. Until tomorrow, my friends.